I just wanted to start off with a real quick overview of the Canva product. You should be logged into your Canva with your account, and you will be looking at something like this. You are basically starting off with creating a design. One of the things you can do if you know that you want a particular width in pixels or inches or millimeters or centimeters, you can go ahead and do that and just create a design from scratch that way. You can click on create a design. You can choose on any one of these templates and start from there, or you can open up a design you already have. So let's take a look at some of these folders that I have here. I have my brand kit. Now my brand kit on my team, I was able to add some colors in here where I would choose to add new colors, and I can do that by adding a hex code in there. I'm going to get rid of that one. But you have a brand kit, you have a design school, which opens up a window where you can go and learn some new tutorials using Canva, and you can create a team. I'd like to start off with my home. I'd like to work on a project that I've had started. So now that I'm in a project, I had been working with a project here where I'd put some text in there. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. I want to go through the different elements of the interface. We have the file. I'm on a real estate flyer, 8.5 by 11. I can show its margins, and I can show the print bleed. So I can actually show where I can put objects on the paper. I could click the resize button and resize what I'm working on. I don't want to do that right now, but if you started with the wrong size, you'd be able to resize things. This icon is, of course, your undo button. This is the name of the project I'm working on. This would allow me to share with other people. This would allow me to download the project as a PNG, a JPEG, PDF, and some other options there. And then I could also click here to do some things with printing, presenting, downloading, and so forth. So these are the templates. There's a lot of different kinds of templates, lots of different kinds of flyers that are available, and you would probably choose a particular flyer if you're interested in. I think right now I am in a flyer, which is why I am seeing this. If I were to go back to my home page and create a design, I'm going to be in a different kind of setting here where, say I want to create a poster 18 by 24. Now I'm starting a new project and I have all these different kinds of posters. If I chose that one, there is the start of a project if I wanted to work on something that was similar to that and then come through and change elements in there. So let's say that's a place for me to start. I'm going to go through the different pieces here. We're looking at this image right now, and I could go through and change the transparency of that image. I could click on a filter and turn that image into black and white, leave it with none, and so forth. But that's the actual image I'm working on this particular template I've chosen. It's got an image, background, it's got text, and that's about it. Let's take a look at elements. And when you're in the Elements tab, you have all the different elements. You have photos and you have graphics, okay? If I go to all, I can take a look at all the different parts and pieces here I have here. Photos, grids, shapes, charts, lines, frames, illustrations, icons, nature, people, fitness, lots of different pieces in there. Some of those are tools that I'm going to use if I wanted to create, especially creating something from scratch. I think I'll head back to my home page here and go back and work on my Red Tail Fan logo just because it's more of an open canvas for me. Going to elements, if I wanted to put something in here, for instance, if I wanted to put in a frame, a circle, then I could come here to photos, find a photo, for instance this, and drag it, and it's going to be contained within that frame and be constrained within there, and that could be a real handy tool that you're going to use. again, that was just one of these many tools. If I chose an icon, I just click, the icon goes out there. If I don't want it, I hit my delete key. If I want to take a look at graphics, I click on a graphic, I resize the graphic, I rotate the graphic, and I delete the graphic. So real simple, very quick. Also notice that on some of these, if I were to look at these April Fools, a lot of these are free, but if you scroll down through here, some of them might cost money, like that costs $1. So if I click that free icon right there, now I'm only looking at free graphics that are available for me to use within Canva. So again, I'll put that away, come back to all. I'm just navigating through elements. Text, I'm going to come out here and actually delete that over there. Text, if I just like the looks of a certain style of text, I just click it, it comes in there, I double click and I start editing, I double click and I start editing. Notice this is a Glee Goo 52 point font. This is a different font, Gadol 24 point. What that means is Canva only works with a single piece of text at a time. So I would have to select this and ungroup that. If I wanted to move this text by itself, say I want to move that text down a little bit, I wanted more space there, then I would grab that and regroup that. And now again, it's become a single piece of text. But I can edit each section of the text by itself. So lots of different options there. It appears that Canva really only has 3 paragraph styles: a heading, a subheading, and body text. But choices of fonts and sizes, colors, rotations, and so forth. Backgrounds, lots of different backgrounds. If I put a background like that on, it just is basically the background of the entire document. I don't want that. I'm going to undo that and leave my color background. If I chose a solid color, this is where there's the default Canva colors. There's the different color palettes that you can create on your own and so forth. So that's backgrounds. Uploads is an area where I can show images that I've actually uploaded already to my Canva projects. And then in folders, I can take a look at my own logos, and that's going to add that for me. I can come to folders, take a look at my photos, come to folders, all my designs. And now my toolbar over here is expanded, and I can quickly go between my photos, my logos, and my designs. Backgrounds, text, elements, and templates are sort of the main tools that you always see. If I wanted to delete an object, if I wanted to delete something, if I delete that, I was deleting the background. I want to undo that. That was what was selected at the moment, was my background. So again, if I wanted to download this when it was done, I could click here and choose a download option. So real quickly, going back home, the basic overview, we have home, brand kit, we have our folders where we have these different things we just showed you. And if I want to start from scratch and create a design, I can choose a style that I want to start with if I want to get busy with that. So again, also there's a help function within the software that provides some help. Of course, you can always Google something if you're unsure how to do something after our training.